So, are relationships being compared to businesses? Is that a good reference? And I'm gonna give y'all a layout just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So nowadays, you hear people always speak about marriage and their relationships and using business as a reference point. They be like, yo, a relationship is business. It should be operated. And people should be moving the same way they would treat business. You hear a lot of people using that as a reference point when they talk about relationships. So, and I always hear pros and cons when I hear people talk like this. So it's a question I wanted to pose to my team. I wanted to be like, yo, do y'all think that relationship being compared to a business is a good reference? Or should people just throw that stupid ass analogy out the way? What y'all think about this? Um, Chef Joe, I'm gonna start with you.
I mean, in my opinion, I think marriage, relationship is a business. I mean, think about it. Like when you get married, all assets, things of value is 50-50. Like if y'all get divorced or whatever, like y'all splitting everything down the middle. I mean, that's sort of like a business transaction. Like yeah. I think it's a good reference for me. I can't speak for everybody else.
Okay. Tori, what you think? You think that's a good reference for people be using?
Note to self, sign a prenup when you going in with him.
Damn right.
No, Kevin, I don't. Because in today's, I don't know, I just feel like we put more, I think we make marriage and relationships too heavy. And sometimes people, because when you work, that's how you eat. That's something you have to do to survive. A relationship is not anything that you have to do. So if I choose to give this relationship the bare minimum, it's either going to be there tomorrow or not, versus a business. If I don't give it my all and if I don't go hard for it, then I won't have anything. So I feel like, nah, it's not a good reference to compare it. It's not.
But with what you said about the giving your all, wouldn't that mean we kind of should treat it like that though? Like if you look at your layout of what you gave to having to go to work,
Yeah.
shouldn't you
Correct.
treat
We
your
should,
relationship
but
like
how
that,
many
though?
people don't? Right.
Oh no, I
We
get
should,
it.
but how many people don't because they feel, oh, this is just my relationship is gonna be here.
Mhm.
Versus the work ethic that we actually take and put into getting up on time, showing up on time, holding yourself accountable, your manager holding you accountable, versus, oh, if I show up late for dinner, my wife or my husband will forgive me. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm. Okay. Caprice, what you think about this? Is this relationship being compared to business? Is this a good reference?
I think it could be a good reference to some, but most that's a shitty ass reference because business when you're doing business is can be emotionless, and you can't come to your relationship like that. You can't properly, not with a woman that's emotional. No, you can't do that. And then it's like your business can you could clock out. You can't clock out on no marriage or no relationship. Not if you want it to work. So I don't agree with that. But I think some people that approach it like that, if it's a woman and a man, it could work.
Okay. Jess, what you think about this, man? Should this reference be used or should we throw it away?
Um, I have mixed feelings about it because, like Caprice was saying, there are certain individuals that are their partners in everything they do, and they can go into the relationship and work the business. The relationship is working, and they may reference it as that, like this is a business. This is an investment for us. And I've heard people talk like that. Does it work for everybody? Like Caprice said, no, I don't think it works for everybody. Um, if both people have that mindset, it could work, I think. But if both people don't have that mindset, no. Society as a whole, should they look at it as, as a an investment or whatever. No, I really think, again, mixed feelings. The other part of me is just pretty much saying, this is separate. This is separate from what a business looks like. Marriage is work. I know from experience, and I also know how it is to run a business, and I can't compare the two. It's completely different. So again, mixed feelings. It's all about who's in that relationship and how they choose to move and operate.
Okay. Maddie B, man, the question. This relationships being compared to businesses, man. Is this a good reference, man? Or should we just throw this out?
I like the reference. I think the reference doesn't make sense to a lot of people because they don't have the mind frame to really understand what people say when they speak on that. But for people that have an understanding of relationships, I think it definitely works. I would say, like, if you look at how we apply for a job, how we pick our friends, when someone goes to college, it all lines up to what we want to do in life and what our compatibility. Main thing is compatibility. When you pick a degree you want to go in, you feel like it's a compatibility to what you want to do in life. Relationships are really the only thing that we go off emotion. We don't pick our relationships off compatibility. We really just go off emotion. So I think if you look at it, like when they say it as a business, it's not just finances. It's also like aligning up to you when you apply. Like I said, when you apply for a job, you should look for your mate based on where you want to go in life, not find somebody that you like and try to make them go where you're going in life. So I think that's one of the biggest issues, and it's really because of the hypersexual time that we're in society, where people pick based on, like I say, emotion, sex, and just like swag and all that stuff that I usually talk about. And then they try to work on the character issues and all that stuff later on, rather than pick it off that from the get-go and then working on the attraction later on. Like if you can develop somebody to become a better person, if you could grow with somebody, why do we think those other intangibles like attraction can't grow? So I think when they say look at it the business, that's what I would say about that.
So yeah, I'm in the middle of it. I'm not really in the middle of it. I know how to define the sides. I think that when I hear this analogy, to me, I think this could work for benefit for people who understand what it means to be like a business owner. Y'all mute up in between. I'm hearing like cracking. But yeah, I think like if you somebody you come in as like a business owner, I think hey, y'all mute up. Hey Matt, mute up. But yeah, I think that like I said, if you come in as a business owner, I think people tend to understand certain things. I mute myself. Use my controls and stuff. So yeah, when you go into it as a business owner, I think people can understand this concept a little bit better because the will to want to jump out of it is a lot differently when you are the owner of a business. But I always say the downside of it, when you look at it from like a person getting a regular job, the problem is people will quit a job in a heartbeat. So it's like when you're looking at it like business and you used to being an employee, I can see a big downfall in this because people got all kind of issues when it comes to reliability, slacking on the job, not doing what they
jobs they hate,
mis-selling it, like building up a resume that was a lie. Like they know they wasn't even suited to be for this job in the first place, so they done kind of sold you a bunch of lies that they supposed to be in this position in the first place.
Definitely.
And then once they get there, now they can't do the job, and they sold you a lie anyway. And it was like, dang, so it could be a downfall to one to treat you like a business.
Because I done been bamboozled, hoodwinked, okay? And now you a completely different person? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think, though, I think Caprice might have said it. I think, too, sometimes when you go into business, man, it's a heartless side to business, too. And you don't want a heartless side when it comes to the relationship because that bond and that love that you got for a person is the thing that actually makes you want to work and stick your relationship out. Like if it's a relationship and you going into a heartless, that means you gonna get out this thing real quick. So I'm always big on telling people, I think, people got to make sure they connecting and bonding too with the person. Like I understand all the other aspects that we bring into it, but you got to have a connection there with that person too. Otherwise, people going to jump out this thing very, very quickly. If there's no bond there, no matter what happens, they'll easily just jump right out. So that's my mentality when it comes to that.